Back home, an ABC survey has found that Premier John Brumby and more than half his cabinet don't live in the electorates which they'll be contesting on November the 27th. And neither do another 14 Labor MPs, some of whom live on the opposite side of Melbourne. But practically all Coalition and Green MPs do live in their electorates and say it's important to do so. Josie Taylor reports.
John Brumby's hoping Victorians will re-elect Labor to a fourth term. But the ABC can confirm more than half Labor's cabinet don't live in the electorate they represent. John Brumby lives outside the boundaries of Broadmeadows in Strathmore. Rob Hulls, Tim Holding, Tim Pallas and Richard Wynne are among 10 senior ministers who live outside their electorates, including Joe Helper in the vulnerable country seat of Ripon. Public Transport Minister Martin Pakula represents the western suburbs but lives across Melbourne in Black Rock. 14 other MPs live outside their electorates. ALP Upper House MP Johann Scheffer lives in beachside Elwood while representing areas in eastern Victoria like the Latrobe Valley. Member for Derrimut Telmo Languilla lives in Albert Park while representing western suburbs like Sunshine.
If you're going to represent an area, you need to have an emotional and physical attachment to the area.
All but 2 Coalition MPs and all Green MPs live in their electorates.
There is a need for greater transparency so that people do know, voters do know, whether that candidate is somebody who lives in the community or adjacent to it.
There's no obligation for MPs to live in their electorate, but so close to an election, voters may ask whether their local MP can understand local issues without experiencing them on a daily basis. On the campaign trail, John Brumby pledged $150 million to upgrade fire stations.
I think the public would want us to be doing this.
Ted Baillieu promises 150 more welfare officers at primary schools.
That will go a long, long way to assisting many of these children with particular needs.
But the Liberals could stand to lose 2 candidates in 1 week. They'll hold crisis talks tomorrow with their high-profile candidate for Richmond, publican Tom McFeely, after he raised concerns about a campaign photo. Josie Taylor, ABC News, Melbourne.